1969, loss of right wing and loss of control at Gila Bend Range. Pilot was killed. Compressor stall during functional test flight. One pilot okay, one pilot was killed. Loss of aircraft control during first solo flight near Lake Halasu. Pilot was killed. Nozzle failure during approach into Bouchelle. Pilot was killed. Engine failure during gunnery sortie at Gila Bend Range. One pilot okay, one pilot was killed by his seat. Spatial disorientation during night flight near Lear. Pilot ejected but died. Engine oil problems after a looping. One pilot ejected okay, one was killed. Lightning strike after takeoff from Leck. Pilot ejected but was drowned in the River Western. 1970. Mid-air near Landsberg. Pilot ejected but died. Spatial disorientation during GCA into Eclipse. Pilot was killed. Crashed into mountain during a recent low level near Singen. Pilot was killed. Loss of control during recovery in a gunnery event due to trim failure. Pilot was killed. Ground contact during a simulated attack on Bergen Range. Pilot was killed. Loss of aircraft control during gunnery event in Hitchcock Range. Pilot was killed. 1971. Ground contact during a low-level mission at Sky. Both pilots were killed. Loss of aircraft control during approach into Wittenberg. Pilot ejected but died. BLC failure and loss of control during landing. Both pilots killed. Spatial disorientation in heavy rain during approach to Fresno Range. Pilot was killed. Ground contact during GCA into Wittenberg at nighttime after oxygen system failure at altitude. Pilot was killed. contact during gunnery at Capo Fresco Range. Pilot was killed. Contact with power line during low level and poor weather. Pilot was killed. 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 Pilot was killed.